Good morning, all of you. Today we will go with the topic of geography, India climate. You very much familiar with this word climate and weather. In the previous class, we have discussed both these things, weather and climate. Can you tell me what is weather and what is climate? In the previous class, you have read about that. Very good. Weather is a short-term change in the atmosphere, and climate is a long-term change in the weather in a particular area. So weather, when you see that in the morning there is sunny and in the afternoon it start raining, that is called the change of the weather. And climate means that when we discuss about the climate means that the long term means when the summer have started, means the hot season is started from the April month, and for 3 months, like up to June. So this is called the summer season. This is called the hot climate. So climate is a long term pattern and weather is a short term pattern. And climate is systematic observation, means that observed that what is will be the weather condition for the long time, what will the process of that thing, and record that things of the weather. Then we will come to that this climate is there in that particular area. And now we will talk about India's climatic conditions. As India is coming in the temperate zone of the northern hemisphere, we are having a tropical and subtropical type of the climate. Means we are having that climate that is not very cold, and that is extreme climate, very cold and very hot, means both the seasons we are having. And even we are having the monsoon winds. Our climate is also affected by the monsoon winds. So India is having that tropical and subtropical type of climate with monsoon winds. And the climate of India is called the monsoon type of climate. Now we will divide our seasons that are coming in a year. Firstly, we will talk about the cold weather season, that is winter. You know that very well, that comes in December and ended up to February. Then we will talk about hot weather season, means summer, that started from the March and ended up to May. And then comes the rainy season, because of that monsoon winds that are coming from the south, and that started from the June and ended in the September. Then there will come autumn, that season. Rotating monsoon means the winds that are coming from the west side, that start from the October to November, that start from the October and end in the November. Now we will go with that seasons. I will explain one by one. Firstly, that winter season. During winter season, you know that the sun rays are not falling directly on our northern hemisphere, so the temperature is quite less. So our northern part of India is having the too much cold weather at that time, and winter season is there. Now second is that hot weather season, that is summer. In these days the sun rays are directly fall in the northern hemisphere and our temperate zone. So we are having a hot and dry weather, and yeah, at that time hot and dry winds are moving all around, and that are called loo. And next is that southwest monsoon season, means rainy season, when the winds are coming from the southern side of the Arabian Sea. Then these are the moisture laden winds and coming towards the north. And when these winds are striking to our mountains in the north, means Himalayas, striking to the Himalayas, then they are where our northern part is getting rainfall. In these region, the southwestern monsoon winds are giving us the rainfall. Second, then fourth is that our retreating monsoon. Retreating monsoon is the autumn season, that is coming in the October month. And at that time that showers are coming, that rain is coming, that is from the western side. And we have talked in the earlier classes that our eastern Ghats and the Western Ghats. And retreating monsoons are coming from our Western Ghats, means Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh. They are getting receiving the much rainfall, and sometimes there are showers in our northern part also, that are also coming from the winds that are coming from the west side of our country. Now we will talk about the climatic zone. As I am showing you a map of the India, and different climatic zones are shown in this map. Firstly, we will talk about the arid zone. This red color portion that is in Rajasthan, that is the arid zone. And this yellow color portion, arid means dry, hot and dry region. And this yellow color portion, there are two portions, this one and this one. These two portions are semi-arid zone, means less hotter than this arid zone, and they are getting also sometimes rainfalls also, etc. And the third is that mountain zone. Mountain zone, this purple area you are looking at, they are covered with the snow. That is called the mountain zone. That are having the cold climate. So this is the mountain zone, and this blue color area, this is the humid subtropical, means they are getting the most of the rainfall. This is called that humid subtropical zone. And light green color zone is the tropical wet and dry zone. Here it is, you have know that this is the plateau region and the coastal region, and they are also getting humid rainfall, because of that the winds coming from the sea to land, and this is called the tropical wet and dry region. Last is that green region, that is the tropical wet region, always getting the rainfall almost for the whole year. There are the winds that are coming from the sea and always getting the humid air. So these are called the tropical wet climatic zone. This is all are the climatic zones we have talked in India. Now we will talk about the factors that are affecting our climate. First is that latitude. Latitude, already you know, there are main latitudes about like equator, Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Capricorn, Tropic of Arctic Circle, Antarctic Circle, North Pole and South Pole. You know about the latitudes, and you know that when the places are near the equator, they are getting maximum heat. So the places near the equator are having the hot climate, and when we are going uh, towards the poles, their climate getting cold, and at the poles it is colder, and poles are also always covered with the snow. Now we will talk about altitude. Altitude means the height above the sea level, means when the places that are on height, they are colder than the places that are on the plains. They are having the less temperature on the mountain areas, and lands are having more temperature than the mountain area. That is called the altitude. Next is that direction of winds. The direction of winds also affect the climate of a place. When the places that are affected by the winds of that direction of the winds that are coming from one place to another, when the winds are blowing from the Arabian Sea towards the northern part of India, if there is no mountains are there, then we are not getting that rainfall in that northern part, because of the direction of the winds. That winds are moving from south to north, that are moving from south to north and going towards west, they are giving us the rainfall. So direction of winds is also affect the climate of a place. And now we'll talk about distance from the sea. As you know, the places near the sea or water bodies are having experience the moderate climate, means not very hot and nor very cold. So these are called it moderate climate, and the places near the sea are experiencing the moderate climate. Then the direction of the mountains. As you know, Himalaya is in the north of our country, and it is very helpful for us that the winds that are coming from the Central Asia, they are let that stop that winds. And when the moisture laden winds are coming from the south, they are also, when they will stuck with that Himalayas, and then they are giving the rainfall in our area in the northern part. So direction of mountain is also affect the climate of a place. And now we'll talk about the climate in India. The features, what features are there of the climate in India? Firstly, that India, already I have explained that India is having the monsoon winds, and India is climate is called monsoon type, and it is come in the temperate zone, and we are having the monsoon type of climate because of that monsoon winds. And interior parts of India are having extreme, like our northern part of India, and the middle part of India are having the extreme climate, means summer are very hot and winters are very cold. So we are having the inner part of that India is having extreme climate. And in summers India receives heavy rainfall after the summers, because of that the monsoon winds coming from the Arabian Sea. And coastal areas are having the moderate climate because of the nearness to the sea. The waves, the winds that are coming from the sea to the land, because of that they are having the moderate climate. And during winters we are having cold and dry winds, and the winds are going towards from land towards sea. So in winters we are having the cold and dry climate. And our in India, agriculture, you know that the main occupation of Indian people are agriculture. And because of that agriculture, the farmers are not having too much equipments, proper equipments for that agriculture. Our agriculture depends on the monsoon. If it is good rain or adequate, means proper rainfall, then we are having the bumper crop, or we are having the good crops. So this is all about the chapter climate. Thank you and have a nice day.